It was not funny. The harsh reality is that's not what it is.
Let's start what we have come into the room to do.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Could you please tell us a bit about yourself?
My name is William. I'm a founder, CEO of ProDevs, and I'm also a father, and a husband, in a nutshell. Okay, very interesting question. Well, for me, entrepreneurship, the reason why I chose to go into this journey was because for me, I wanted to learn how to make money. I wanted to know what it meant to make money because it stems from somewhere, while growing up. We had like some experiences in the past, my family, and that kind of like left some memories in my head, and because of that, I knew that at some point in time I needed to learn the act of actually making money because it's one thing to be in an organization, work 9 to 5, and contribute your own quota and then you want to get paid. But it's another thing to actually know how, the owners of those companies are actually doing it, how they're going out there, solving people's problems, and also generating that money. So I wanted to learn how to do that, and I always had this passion towards solving problems, so it's a question of, fueling that passion and also learning the things I needed to know about entrepreneurship, to get to that, that desired goal, so yeah, so that's the reason why I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm proud to always be one. I'm proud to always be one. Oh, very interesting question. It was not funny. Um, when I first started, I came from a software engineering background, so at first I dived right into registering my business, creating a website because I thought that was all it was. You create a website, you register your business, and we probably even rent an office space and you own a company. Well, the harsh reality is that's not what it is. You have to network, you have to know people, um, not just network, because people you're networking with need to know that you can actually solve their problems. You have to always provide value wherever you find yourself. Um, because that's what's helped me in my journey. Um, anytime you're thinking about, oh, how can my business actually solve a problem? And you always have to think about how to pivot. Whether your current business model or your current business is actually solving the need of either the present society, locally or globally. So those are things that you learn. Then at some point, you then begin to learn about scaling, begin to learn about management, especially when you start becoming bigger, start having more team members, and realizing that different team members have different dynamics. Some people are, very straight, while some other people can be, tricky, so you have to now learn management, and the process of learning management, the next thing you then learn is growth. How do I scale those numbers? How do I solve more people's problems? Especially when you found, in the startup world right now, it's called product market fit. Once you found that, you now have to start thinking about how to now scale that. So it's been an interesting journey. It's still a journey that I love. For me, it's not I wouldn't say it's the goal. The goal is important, yes, but the journey is exciting. Huh. What has kept me going? A lot of factors. Um, God has kept me going. I can't eliminate that. Has kept me going. Also, my family too has kept me going. Then, the fact that I know that what I'm doing is actually solving the problems of people. Because for me, my company is about we're telling a story, with our mission, our mission and vision statement, So anytime I literally reread or listen to my vision and mission statement again, it gives me joy to want to keep pushing. Statements like we're trying to create wealth, wealth opportunities for people. Hence the reason why we're in the recruitment and outsourcing space. Because we want to do that, especially in this economy, it keeps us going, knowing that for everybody that we get quality jobs for, their lives are being improved, and not just their life being improved, they start earning better and they can also take care of their own families, so automatically, we're actually fulfilling our mission, so yeah. So things like that keeps me going and it's an exciting journey. So yeah. My lowest moment was the time we went bankrupt. That was the first time we ran our business. It was called Future Tech then, before we then pivoted to ProDevs. We had about 5 staffs then. 3 out of the 5 staffs were interns, then myself and the co-founder then. You know, at the end of it, we did some projects, clients didn't pay on time. I was running out of cash, saved cash and also cash made from, other clients I worked with. And I had to pay people at the end of that month, and there was no money anywhere. I've never been in that position before. It was hurtful because at some point you're looking forward and you're not really seeing that light, and it took a lot of reflection, and I decided that, okay, what, I had to shut down, Future Tech at that point in time, so I shut it down. I told everybody that was working with us then that I'm sorry, but I have to do this. I really want you guys to work here. I can't pay you guys. So I think 2 months down the line, I was able to pay them off, everybody. And, we got more like a mini project, but it wasn't a big thing for me to say I wanted the company to be up. I felt it was something I could do at that point in time. So I would say I moved from being an entrepreneur to become self-employed. And I said, okay, I'll never make that kind of mistake again. I wrote an article about it because then again, it also had a lot to do with my accounting. I didn't do my accounting appropriately. I felt like maybe the early periods where money was coming in, I felt it keep coming in like that, and I didn't plan properly. So I knew the importance of an accountant at that point in time. And I said, if I'm doing this next time, I'll do this way much better. And 6 months after that, that was when we then launched ProDevs. And from that point up until now, we've never been in such a situation like that, and we would never be. A lot of lessons were learned then, and yeah, I would say that was one of my lowest points. I think my highest point is still yet to be achieved. It's still yet to be achieved, so I'll just say I've had some good moments, in the journey. When I first earned our first dollar, I won't say the amount, but when we first earned it, that was good. When we also started having more clients that were paying us in dollars, yes, that was also great. So yeah, I would say those were good touch points. And again, when aside from the money, when you solve people's problems, when you see that a company that was working with you, they probably were earning or generating revenue, at a certain level, and by working with your brand, you more like 10x or 100x that revenue they were making because of the tool you built for them. So that gives you even so much joy because you know that the value you're bringing to the table, and it also helps you have quality conversations with more quality people. So I would say that those are some high moments for me. Not since we started the business. Not since and that was about 4 years ago. Not since we had that first experience of shutting down our entire operations. Another thing is what has helped me not to quit would be that I would say it's more of a spiritual walk with God has helped me not to. Because in a way, you then, while running business, you then discover that, God, the God factor, there's a God factor in everything you do. I would say businesses can be said to be spiritual, to be honest. There are times when you pray about some certain things and you see it's actualized. So yeah, that's a very interesting question. I'm thinking of the best answer to that because there's so many things I've learned. But the one that comes to mind right now is yes, operations is important. Operational efficiency is important. However, sales is very, very important. A sales team and doing sales the right way. Working with data, not making too much noise, but doing sales the right way. Those are two things I would say that I've learned that strikes a chord and I feel like sharing. When you're a family man, when you're a family man, you have to take calculated risks. When you're a husband, a family man, probably when you're a lot younger, you can just decide I want to just do some crazy things. But yeah, you have to. Whatever I would say in life generally, even if you want to take a risk, let it be calculated. Think about weigh your options. Weigh your options before taking the risks. It's a gut feeling. It's a gut feeling. You just get it from your gut that this is not just right. And sometimes too, what you can do too is when you're undecisive about it, you can ask people that valid their opinions. People that think logically different from you. You might think about something a certain way, but it might not be exactly right for you. You might think it might be right for you. So if there are people, high quality people that are in your life, maybe you have some mentors, very good mentors that probably have gone through some things like this before. When you have conversations with them, they will tell you, and it just helps you. It helps the decision process. One of which is maybe medicals. I personally I love their founder, what their founder is doing. She's a smart woman. Um, I love her guts, and I love how she thinks about things. You know, she understands the business of medicine. And not just understand the business of medicine. She wants to use IT to actually solve those problems. Hence the reason why she works with us. So maybe Medical is one company I would say that inspires me a whole lot. We've also worked with brands like Tech People. Um, the founder there too is a US company. The founder there too also inspires me. You see someone with a very, very great work ethics, putting in the work, and they're getting the results. That's a brand that also inspires me. They also work with other brands like, Red Money, TrueQ, several other brands, in the Nigerian market and also in the international space. Looking at our logo, you'd see that we have like a door on that logo. Our P is a door actually, you know. Um, and if you look at the color blue, blue can be, it resonates a whole lot with young people, young people doing great stuff. So the goal of our brand is we want to always be that constant brand that opens the doors of opportunities for a lot of families, a lot of, young people, professionals, especially in the IT space. We want to open the doors of opportunities for these people. We also want to open the doors of opportunity for founders, businesses that are doing great stuff. We want to see how we can open more opportunities for them. So we're taking it one step at a time. Right now we're in the talent market, but we're growing, we're growing. And as we're growing, we have more influence, we're becoming an authority in our space. So
Thank you very much for sparing time out of your very busy schedule to accommodate us today and talk to us about your brand, who you are as a founder, as a CEO. And we really appreciate this. So we look forward to hearing more bigger things that your brand does in the coming future.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm also happy to be here.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.